3.
Welcome back to Into the Black after a hiatus. 3 of us are back, which I think is pretty good. 75% is not bad. I am, as always, and your Lord of Space, Lincoln. In the top left, we have, played by Jake, Pip, the surly Yosoki mechanic. In the top right, played by Alex, we have Percy, who's never going to pick up those power converters. And in the bottom, all by herself, is played by Lily, Maynala, who's rocking the pink hair right now. Yeah. Sadly, our best friend in Frandon will not be here to play Klob. Yes, Jake?
Did we have a hiatus?
Yeah, we skipped 1 week.
We had a week off.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
We did.
I don't remember that.
I think we should all practice one day on our Brady Bunch looks.
We had a week off on Princes, but I thought we played.
We also had a week off on Princes.
Oh, okay.
And then I didn't play my Saturday game. I've had a whole week without D&D. I'm going into withdrawal.
That's just a long time.
But anyway, last time our crew, had gone around on Freeport Station, making friends, finding out who some of their enemies might be. Yes, another question?
February 18th, according to the log. We definitely played last Monday.
I think we skipped the week before.
Yeah.
Whatever.
February 3rd. No, wait. February
Jake, oh my
11th.
God.
I took a
Also
giant
before.
exam this morning. Time has dilated significantly.
The week
for me.
before that, it was between season 1 and season 2. No, because that also was just 1 week.
Is chronography a science?
The last week has been like a solid 2 months for me.
Dude.
Preach.
My glass. I'm the only one in glasses, so I'm the only record keeper, so get out of here.
Delightful. Time is relative, and we're all going to die. So, they explored Black Rock Station. They made friends, found out who some of their enemies might be, got a fighter, got some new equipment for their ship, and found out that they have a few, jobs they could take out there in this newly unstable system.
Yep.
And they hired some more crew members to make life on the ship a little easier, and they have sailed off towards a Lagrange point between Eox and Triaxis to do a little scavenging. I've got a tip about some good equipment they could scavenge. Pip, your alarm goes off just like it does every day. You get up just like you do every day. You kind of find like your flight suit, I guess. Splash some water on your face, comb your whiskers.
Downtown is playing.
Yeah.
You grab the muffins, they're too hot, a plane crashes. Run outside,
Stumble
fence there.
out into the corridor, look around. But it's weird. You hear music? Strange.
Is it like Galaxy Go-Go's or something else?
It's Galaxy Go-Go's.
Okay.
Not played terribly loud, but it definitely is the too happy, too poppy music. Go into the galley. There's coffee already. Rectigino's already made. It's done.
Before me.
Pot's full. But hey, whatever. Get yourself a cup, head down to the engine room, and normally you would then lay into the chores for the day, but Bree's already down here. And Rhiannon's helping. The Strix.
I don't believe it.
Oh. Hi, good morning, Pip.
What are you doing in my engine?
Working on the list. And Bree
you
points
have a
over her
clipboard.
shoulder to this list on the wall, like on the bulkhead, where you just have been writing in grease pencil, like stuff you need to do. And they're doing it.
Oh. Carry on.
Rhiannon pops up from behind a manifold and is holding sort of these two tools that look very, very similar. And she's like, okay, which one of these is the antimatter spanner? You and Bree both point to the same one. And she's like, thank you. And she ducks back down. And you hear some buzzing as she's clearly cleaning something, like an easy job.
And I look at Bree, I'm like, are you sure about having her down in there?
She's just scrubbing some of the power couplings. I just didn't want to do it myself.
Is the other one a matter spanner and it's just regular wrench?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't let him
She's
start.
just, yeah, don't touch them. She's just, but like they don't explode; they just annihilate, so they're both just gone. uh, she's just cleaning some power couplings. Trust me, it's an easy job.
All right.
You look over at the list, and based on what Bree's doing, you don't really have anything to do back here.
Cool.
But it's great. It frees you up to realign the particle cannon and some of the new weapons you got.
Yes, the new weapons. Absolutely. Gonna
Yeah.
head right up there. Scurry into the Jeffrey's tubes.
Excellent. You scurry into the Jeffries tubes, and as you are scurrying, the Galaxy Go-Go's is getting louder
What?
and louder and louder until you hear, what was your Kasatha's voice's name? Guy's name? What was his
Our
name?
Kasatha is named Visoff.
You get there and you find Vasaf has a panel open. He's on his back, and he's got his little jukebox there, and he's badly singing off key with the music, and he's fiddling with it.
Nice.
He's making sure everything's hooked up. And he says, "Oh, hello, Pip.
So he's already doing the thing I came up here to do?
Give me an engineering check."
Shit, I don't know my sheet up. Engineering is plus infinity.
Plus just a bucket.
My worst I could roll is 18, so. Bleep bloop. And that's a natural 20, and I'll set my drop down.
Fantastic. I'll reset the tachometer. You get up there, you look at what he's doing, and he's doing more or less what you wanted to do. I mean, he's not doing it as good as you would do it,
Sure, but
but
who's doing it?
he's doing it fine.
All right.
Maybe.
I'm going to wander down, head out of the Jeffrey's tube, and go knock on my Nala's
Lord,
door.
like to dance. And he's like singing along with the Galaxy Go-Go's.
Nice.
I'm going to knock on
Yep,
my
you
Nala's
go.
door.
Yep. Manala, what are you up to?
Okay. Can you just take it out, Rosie? Thank you.
It's kind of early in the morning.
Well, this
Shift time.
bodes well for me because my plan was to kind of mack on the Kasatha, so we like the same music. We already have something in common. That's great. Just being real, guys.
Doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I mean, once I'm up and I check on my plants and stuff, I kind of want to.
I knocked on your door.
Oh, you knocked on my door.
Yes, that's why you're being
Like,
talked
what
to.
do you?
I'm probably checking on my plants and stuff.
I went doo-doo-doo.
Oh yeah. Okay. I open it and I'm like, yeah, and I open it and I'm like, hey,
You got a minute?
She's watering all these plants she's got.
okay,
I
yeah,
step in.
come in, yeah,
Door shut. I plop down, sit on your bed or something, or
Yeah, it's fine.
lift myself up, and I'd be like, I don't know what to do with myself.
What do you mean?
Bree and Rhiannon are going through my to-do list for the engines. I was looking forward to calibrating the new cannons up on top, but your Kasatha boy is up there doing it.
Nice.
That was my to-do list for the next week and a half.
Well, are they doing it the way you want it done?
I mean, I could always do it better and faster, but they're doing it well enough.
All right. What's our next job after this scavenge thing?
We gotta drop off the Kalamahoy
Oh yeah.
stuff.
Maybe you can find out what the best parts we should be looking for, or what's the best going rate, what's most rare and stuff. You probably have contacts that can help you figure that out.
I mean, I kind of already know that.
All right. Well, if you think you know. All right.
This has never happened to me before.
It's a little
Every
bit weird.
time.
I don't have any hobbies.
It's true.
Maybe you should spend some time with Chicken, and I'll touch your shoulder and be like, now that we know what he really is, I think it's dangerous for him out there, and we're going closer to his homeworld. So
I don't know. You think I'm the best influence on a young, impressionable royal?
Well, this is bad.
we lose Lincoln.
Yeah, we'll just keep talking.
I don't want him to. I want him to know that we're there for him, whether or not he's royal. We were always there for him. So just maybe spend some time with him, make sure he's okay, and I don't know, see if you can get him to talk, see if you can get him to remember anything else from his past. I know it was a long time ago when he was really young, but
That sounds like a lot of work.
you wanted work. I gave you work. I've already watered my plants. You can't do that for me.
All right. And I'm
Do
heading
we
out.
know? Do we know that the totem's back? I don't think we do.
No.
Okay.
Only Klob knows about that.
And I'm gonna say, if you really want something to do that's more up your alley, why don't you do like a full systems check? Go to every area of the ship, go through every tube that you can scamper through, and see if anything else is wrong.
All right. That sounds a lot more fun.
With all the upgrades, I mean, things might have not been connected perfectly. It's better to find out now than when we're in the middle of a firefight.
Fair enough.
Excellent. Percy, what would you like to do today? It's just
Chicken royalty. Lost prince. Potential parentage.
Chicken
Millions of
royale.
dollars.
Chicken royale with cheese.
Anything you'd like to do this morning?
I imagine I was up pretty late.
Oh, super
So,
late, I'm sure.
Yeah. Is the Go-Go's waking me up?
It's sort of a low thrum through the walls right now.
Mm.
It's totally sleep throughable.
Mm.
Like it's the kind of thing that would kind of wake you up when it first starts, but you could be like, no.
I'll get up. I'll head to the lab.
Cool. Your new Shiren researcher is in there.
What's
Get
her name
acquainted
again?
with the space. I forget their name as well.
It started with a V also, right? Okay. Hey, how you doing?
Percy definitely forgot their name. he said, they go, huh? What?
How's it going?
Oh, it's going well. I'm just getting acquainted with the setup. Did you guys upgrade your lab?
Did we upgrade our lab, Molly? Yeah, I think we did.
We just did, yeah.
It's less rudimentary than I expected.
Well, I'm something of a scientist myself.
Oh, what kind?
Um, it's just kind of like a cover I have going. I didn't intend to make it, but everyone just thinks I can do science.
Can you not do science?
It's kind of working so far. I usually just nod when my Nala discovers something,
Huh,
and then I make the
interesting.
computer do a lot of it.
Well, I guess that works.
Yeah.
Are you acquainted with how the sensor systems on your ship work? I haven't had a chance to play with
Somewhat.
those yet.
Somewhat. Klob and Pip are usually the ones that mess with sensors and ship components and part like that.
And can they be accessed from the lab here?
Can they?
I don't know.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Do you want them to be?
Yeah, why not?
Cool. Sure, they can.
Just
and you
take
know how to do
readings
it.
directly, right, and analyze them here.
Yeah, and you know how to do it.
Yep, just boop, boop, boop.
Ah.
But you have to right-click right here. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, I've only got the 3 fingers on the little claw hands, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, well, maybe we can get you, like, an accessible mouse.
This is Vazan, right?
This is Vizan.
Yeah, the Akeshti.
Yeah, Dr. Vazan.
Oh, he's an Akeshti, right, not a Shiren.
Percy goes, Fasan! That's, I mean, yeah,
What?
right there. Nothing.
Yes. He says, are you also the ship's doctor, or...
You are.
I wouldn't...
Or rather, you were before me.
My plan
Yes.
is also to go to the lab, so if I get there in time, I'll be like, yeah, Percy's the doctor.
I can patch people up pretty well, but anything in depth, I would say no.
Oh, well, I'm glad I'm here.
So am I. It would be really awkward to have. I'm pretty sure it would be, something would happen to Klob, and I wouldn't know cow anatomy, and I'd have his
Is
blood all
Vazan
over my
a
hood,
medical
or his
doctor,
hands
too?
all over my blood. It'd be awkward.
Wow.
Is what?
He's a medical doctor?
Dr. Vazan, it appears to be most kinds of doctor.
Cool, great. I just wrote very well educated.
I've got 7 PhDs, Tony. Really, Bruce, that seems excessive.
Dr. Vazan seems to be very, overeducated. and they say, "Well, excellent. I'm glad I've had a chance to look over these. But I've served on other ships. Do you have battle stations? I'm just concerned about us getting into shooting.
It's pretty much just like you get to a gun first, you can use it.
Huh. Casual. All right.
Yeah, just on the fly. Yeah, if you get a favorite one, you know, like everyone goes, "Oh, that's his favorite." I might stay away from it, but yeah.
Well, I'll probably just stay in here.
Personally, I like the flat cannon.
Well,
But
you're
now
welcome
we got
to
a
it.
mining laser, I guess, but it's like duct taped on the front. I don't know if you want to go out there and use it, but it could be fun.
I don't.
Probably a good call.
You're from Akaton, correct?
I am. How'd you know?
Well, accent.
Ah, yeah.
Horrible tan.
What accent?
They just kind of go like this.
Oh, yeah. It won't go away.
I don't think it does.
Makes sense.
And they say, so you know, I'm quite sick of the violence.
I see. You are aware that that's a reasonably common occurrence on a ship like this, right?
Oh, of course. That's why I plan to just stay in here
That's completely fair and
and
understandable.
let you handle yours. I can monitor systems and I can monitor sensors from here.
Excellent. And then we'll do the violence, and then we'll get violenced against, and when we're dying, we'll come to you.
Excellent.
And then we can do more violence.
Hmm.
So if you think about it, you're really contributing the most violence in the long term. So
I
you're allowing
suppose
all
that's
of us.
all. I'm all with sort of abstract violence,
Oh, okay, me too.
facilitating.
If it's for a good cause.
Of course. Yes. Pip, where are you heading now? You're just crawling around the ship, testing stuff.
I'm gonna go into a panel and opening and be like, "Yeah, that looks correct." And I close that panel, and then I go to the next panel and be like,
Any space
Yeah.
mites?
"That also looks correct." Do I find the totem?
Do you go into the smuggling hold?
Yes.
Then you would. You
Like,
would
well,
open
yeah.
the smuggling hold. You would get like, let me check in the
They
smuggling
give us
hold.
the new high DC locks on here. What the fuck?
And inside would be it's like moss all the way around, and a very familiar sort of little wood pod in the middle.
Not. Wait a minute. Nala! I was gonna shout it, but then I realized Cloud would hear me.
Yeah.
I go over there.
Get to the cargo bay right now! Right now! Get over
I
here! I
throw
need
my
you here!
key and I'm like, oh shit. I'm coming.
And when you get there, I'm like sort of holding the hatch half shut and like doing
Looking
this.
around.
And then you and
I feel like beady eyes coming out of the little gap in the floor, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
I open it up and I'm like, look!
I'm like,
It's like a little toll like terrarium in there. And then like a couple like butterflies, like bugs.
I'm just
fly
like, part
out.
of me is fascinated and part of me is horrified. And I'm like, where'd you get that? Pip, where'd you get that?
I didn't get it was just here!
Oh my god.
It's the fucking totem!
Okay, I'm gonna overcomes. Percy, it's the code 71268, 71268, 71268.
71268!
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Okay.
Oh, well, goodbye.
I'm in the smuggling hold.
Computer, where's Club?
Club is in his quarters.
Computer, lock the door to Club's quarters, please.
All right, I will.
All right, Captain Mouse and Pip, you got it.
Sure thing, big guy.
Oh my god. Your computer's so ridiculous.
Pip has not changed its personality settings.
I'm very okay with that. Both Jake and Pip are very okay with this.
When Percy gets over here, what do you say? Wait. When Percy arrives, can Pip and I both be in the hold peeking out?
Yes.
What the hell are you guys doing down there?
Let me.
Are we hiding from someone? What's
No,
happening?
just get in here. Just get in here.
That seems a little tight.
No, we're not in the hole, Lily.
But it's funny.
I was standing with it like half open, like looking around.
Oh, I thought you were in the hole,
No.
peering out.
Get the hell out of here. Come on.
It's the most secure place to meet. I say we meet in the hold, so I'm
It's a
going.
teensy. It's not that big.
Imagine if Minala is like standing in the hold, so she's half out, and then Pip is next to her, so they're the same height, and they're arguing.
Perfect.
We're all there in the cargo bay, the empty cargo bay.
Did
I'm like, show him, Pip. Shows you the totem.
I see it?
You know that I left this at the Swordlight Cathedral. You know that they said it was the highest security, and yet here the fuck it is.
Did somebody send it to Klob?
I don't fucking know, but the point is we can't keep this thing.
And Klopp didn't tell us. He's been here for weeks then.
Must
Is
have been.
acting stranger than usual lately? It's hard for me to tell because everyone's suspicious all the time.
Fair.
Computer, how long has this been in here?
How long has what been in where?
How long has this fucking biomatter been in my secure hold?
I have no records of a secure hold and no ability to scan inside restricted section set by Pip.
Right. Good point. When was the last
Memo, so the feds can't tell.
time? No. Drop the memo. Delete memo.
Deleted memo.
So the redacted don't know.
This is redacted, so the feds don't know. We just deleted the word memo. How often has Klopp been in this cargo bay?
Klob has been in the cargo bay every day for the last 3 weeks.
Is that unusual, though? I feel like we're in here pretty frequently.
Klob has been in the cargo bay every day at 3 a.m. for 3 weeks.
That's unusual.
Thanks, computer. Does the computer have a name, like Jennifer or something? I don't know.
The dude.
No. Do you want to give me one, or shall I randomly generate a name?
Yes.
Gnurshk.
Great.
I thought it was just going to be a string of numbers, like randomly generated password.
Shall I keep the name Gnurshk?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, keep that name, please.
Affirmative.
Every time someone sneezes, the computer's going to go, yes?
Achoo! Yes? Yes?
Sure.
Come on. Okay.
Well, if we do anything with it, Klob will know at 3 a.m. So
Right.
what are we going to do?
So, well, the safest planet for now is to leave it here.
Or eject it into space.
What if we install a camera and a mic to watch the cargo hold and see exactly what he's doing with it?
If this is some kind of magical item and it's having a psychosomatic effect on him, we won't be able to see that, unfortunately. It might be better if we could run some tests on it to see what this thing's really made of. I thought I understood it well enough after all my research before, but clearly I don't, and clearly their security is a joke.
Hey, if their security is a joke, we should rob it.
Let me send them a message to ask them if they have it still and see what they say in response, to see if they know that it's been taken. I'm curious
Just wanna
if this was
go
something
check
that they
in.
hadn't mentioned.
Don't let them know that it's here, but like, just say, hey, I just want to check in how it is, how
Yeah,
safe
I
it
know.
is.
Percy, I think you should be proud of me for this plan. I thought it was
I'm very proud.
me being suspicious. So I can go do
You're
that.
learning.
While we have it, before Klob is up, do you want to run some tests on it before we put it back?
We haven't moved it.
Yeah, I mean, we should bring consult name chart.
Dr.
You
Vazan.
guys hear
Dr. Vazan in on this.
some music.
Remember, it's Vazan and Vazov.
Oh, that's right.
You guys hear some music. Galaxy Go-Go's.
It's
It's Vazov.
Bisoff.
Wait, so it's a Walkman?
No, it just the computer knows where he is, so the music goes with him.
I close the hatch and I'd be like, so, about them space padres.
Vazov comes in and he's carrying like these two big, particle beam accelerator tubes.
I
On
hear
his
they're going to
shoulder.
win the space series.
You'd think they could at least get a home run in zero gravity.
I'm gonna go up to Bisoff and be like, "Hey, do you need help carrying any of those?"
No, I've got it, thanks.
And then mentally to Percy and Pip be like, "Take that shit to the lab, run some tests before Klob wakes up. We can fake that the ship is all funky when he says his door is locked for a little bit.
I'm glad you're here. Where do you, Pip? Where do you want these?
Oh, I'll show you. And I'm gonna just walk with him.
Oh, all right.
My doll, remember the mission. Don't get distracted.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, biceps.
So you like go-go's?
We'll see how it goes. He didn't
Let's
want
see
my-
how it goes.
They stow those, and then he leaves. He's got this little speaker that hovers near him.
Oh, okay.
It's a portable Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, it just floats. It follows him.
But it hovers. Cool.
It's like an Ioun
It's
stone.
a hoverman.
That's the brand, Ioun Stone.
Yeah, I'll just stick with him for a little bit to see what he's up to and ask what project he's working on.
He's sort of like organizing like all the weapon stuff you guys have, and once he's just finished that, he's going to go try to make sure the weapons on the fighter work.
That's a good idea. Can I make sure that he has the equipment that we got off of the undead that we found in that panel? We got a necrotizer blaster and a wicked knife. That's what I wrote.
He's thank you. First day, and I got a knife and a gun.
Yeah, totally. We're all about having crazy weird equipment on this ship.
He sort of like using all four hands, like grabs the gun in a weird way and kind of takes it apart in sort of one movement.
That is very cool, and I'm
He's
very
like,
impressed.
oh, this is a nice one.
Yeah, I
sort of-
guess it's Eoxian?
It is, yes, and he like lists this long name of it. He seems to recognize the model, puts it back together.
Have you used it before?
He says, "Never used one."
Wow. Yeah, I'm not very familiar with Eox at all.
I hear they hurt really, really bad.
Well, let's hope they're hurting bad guys and not us.
He says, "I'm off to go make sure the fighters can shoot back."
Shoot back. Okay. It's not going well. He talks too much for me. Okay. We'll get back to that
You
later.
didn't even say that much.
I'm joking. I'm saying when he listed all the parts of the thing, and I was like, oh, okay.
He's off to go work.
Sounds good. I'll head to the lab.
Meanwhile, yeah, Percy and I have been like getting the thing out of the secure hold.
It's sort of grown itself into this little wooden stump-looking thing. You can pry it out of there.
Pull it out.
I don't want to touch it.
Just reach in and grab it.
Dear God, someone give me the tong things, the science tongs.
We don't need... I go grab some tongs. Like, here.
It's like a
Coward.
grabber.
It's one of those like Mardi Gras
You pick up the
scoopers.
trash with it.
You grab it.
Zon, what do you make of this?
What?
Why are you showing me a little piece of wood?
Well, it's kind of a magic piece of wood. You ever seen anything like it? Here, take a closer look.
I don't like you
explained
sticking it in my
to
face after you
Dr.
said it's a massive piece
Vazan.
of wood.
I explained to Dr. Vazan everything we know about it.
Dragon totem.
Yeah,
Crazy biosphere.
yeah,
Growing plants out of nothing.
yeah.
I definitely don't want to touch it. And like
Possible
they go
strong
and
effect on cows.
they go and they put on these like sort of thick gloves, and they take it and they go and they put it in sort of the analyzing chamber,
Analyzing chamber.
and they pull up this screen and they say, "Well, it's definitely very magic.
Gathered that.
Magic's off the chart.
Testing for all kinds of exotic matter generation." Kind of like rattles on for a little more about some different things. He says, "What do you want to know about it?"
How did it get here? Oh, am I not there yet?
You can be there.
Oh, actually, no, because I said I was going to send a communique to the Swordlight Cathedral, so never mind, do this first.
They say, "What would you like to know about it?"
What kind of like psychic properties would it have?
Unclear. It's very difficult to tell that sort of thing, but it has some indicators that imply it may have some kind of stored consciousness.
That's interesting.
Many magic items do.
What about its ability to teleport itself out of a maximum security, like, bank vault?
What?
It was stored in the Swordlight Cathedral under maximum
which means it teleported through multiple layers of shielding as well as anti-scrying, anti-teleportation inscriptions,
If that's how it got here, it could have also just been sent
and
by someone.
drift jump jamming.
I'm just telling you that it was in the Swordlight Cathedral, and now it's not.
Well, I believe you, and that's frightening to me. This is Scared Face.
Oh, sorry.
Face has not changed.
It's like the like elephant-looking dudes in Mass Effect that
Yeah.
say their emotions that you can tell.
Yeah. Fear. Concern. And they say, well, I could run some more tests.
I mean, we've got until Klob wakes up, and he usually sleeps pretty late.
Is Club all right? If Club's been in some kind of strange psychic contact with this thing, I'd like to check him too.
We don't
can
really
do
want to
that.
tip him off immediately, in case he has some kind of reaction.
You can explain the last time we tried to take it from him.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
He tried to kill us.
Oh. Well, that is bad. Can we make it clear we're not taking it, we're just checking?
I think we're gonna.
Still
Keep,
don't think he'll be super open to
we're
that.
not gonna tell Klob about this until after we have a plan.
All right. Well, if he's asleep, could you just scan him real fast for me?
Oh yeah, here, and I wire up his panel to the sensors in Klob's quarters.
Oh, delight!
I just
Oh,
bypass the
shit.
privacy filter.
But
Pushes a button and shows you footage of Klob on the bed, on his back, eyes open, and like little like fireflies flying out of his mouth.
The fuck?
that seems irregular.
I hope so.
I mean, no, that's really normal for Klob. That's how he normally sleeps.
Do all cows do that?
Pretty sure all Noir do that.
Hey, Bree. But yes, and as the camera in the little tip panel looks around the room, there's more of those strange fungal and sort of bioluminescent stuff growing in here.
Oh my god.
How do we not notice this?
But he hasn't had the totem in his room, so it's linked to him.
Well, looks like we're just gonna have to kill Klob.
No, Pip. No.
I know a really good place we could sell all his implants.
It's a paste. It's a paste.
It's a pasta. Everything's a pasta. It's a pasta.
Well. Well, on the bright side, the sensors say he's alive.
Apparently excessively.
Yeah, too much alive. Well, this could be bad.
I'm gonna go with
Well-
this is bad.
Well, you never know.
We might have to reforest an area. It could be handy in a pinch.
What do we want to do about this?
Let's eject Klob and the totem into space.
No?
Alright. I'm out of ideas then.
For now, let's just stay in intel gathering mode.
Alright.
Want me to keep an eye on this?
For all we know, he's been doing this every night. Hey, gosh. Has Klob been doing this every night?
Doing what?
Like this. And I just
Doing
point
what?
at the screen. This!
My cameras that I'm using to view that screen are at a slightly different frame rate than the screen. I can't see it.
Patch it in.
Oh, there we go. Oh, no, I have no record of this ever happening before.
Great, thanks. I unpatch.
Ah!
Is it
Organized.
is it later than Klob usually sleeps in?
Yeah, Club's usually like a mid-morning riser.
Well, now I'm concerned.
What did the bioscan say? Sorry, I'm not.
Very
Says he's alive.
Too alive, even.
What else? Like, what's his blood pressure?
Vizan hands Percy like a medical examination kit and says, "Can you go do a full thing on him for me?
Sure.
Thank you."
Sneakily? Pip?
Fine.
Think I should, like...
Don't think he's gonna wake up.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Got it. Off on a secret mission.
You can let yourself into Club's room. It smells jungly in here. You close the door again.
The fucking mosquito on a spaceship?
Fireflies, weird little fireflies flying around the room.
Dengue fever in a fucking crew quarter. Okay, I'll
He's laying there,
administer.
and you see that he's sort of put down roots
Oh my.
into the bed.
See, he's grown really attached to this place.
That's exactly where I was going.
I'll like take his temperature, his blood pressure, his pulse rate.
You
Like
do
that.
everything. He's catatonic. It's like he's sleeping, and his brain waves are similar to what would be happening if he was dreaming.
Interesting. I'm gonna try and wake him up as much as I can. I'm concerned now.
You slap him across
I'm-
the face.
Oh, have you updated me at all yet, or no?
You can
Yeah,
be
I'll tell you.
No, it's okay. I can come and try to read his thoughts as well.
Okay.
He's out.
Yeah, Manala, why don't you get in here? It looks like he's dreaming.
Do you want me to do my call before or after?
We'll do that right now.
Boop, boop, boop. Shall I call Swordlight Cathedral, the research branch?
You get redirected to the person who had helped you before, and they say, "Oh, Manala, hello. It's good to see you."
Yeah, it's good to see you too. I just wanted to check in really quickly. I so appreciated all your help with that research project, and I'm just curious if you received word of any other draconic totems, and just wanted to make sure that one was still secure.
Oh, yes, I fully analyzed that one. It's fascinating. The workmanship dates between the second and third early dragon empires. And then she pulls up this map and starts giving this little history lesson on ancient Triaxian history, and says it's actually out of an extinct type of tree from this region. It's really amazing. And she just tells you all this stuff about this mundane totem,
Cool.
archaeologically significant, but mundane.
And it's still at your location if I wanted to study it further.
I have it right here. She points the camera towards her desk, and it's sitting on her desk.
Wait, is that the same totem?
It looks exactly the same.
Bait and switch.
I tried to hide my shock. And I'm like, cool, great. Yeah, I'm really interested in that early antique draconic dynasty period. So I'll let you know when I'm in the area again, and we can do some collaborative work together.
Oh, excellent. I'm actually working on a paper. Would you like to see the draft? And how would you like to be credited as the one who found the artifact?
Oh, why don't you send it over, and then I'll glance over it, and we can work from there.
Of course. And she sends it.
Okay, cool. Well, it was really nice chatting with you,
Well, have a nice day.
Dr. Macy. Bye. Okay,
Shit.
totally panicking. Totally panicking. Yeah.
In the paper, there is mention of other draconic totems.
Okay. I will now meet up with Percy and go to Cobb's room and say, is Pip there? Are you at Cobb's room too, or you're
I'm
somewhere?
in the doorway, peeking in and being like, ooh.
Okay,
You got
telepathically.
a fly swatter to get the fireflies so they don't get out.
Yeah, we don't want those all over the ship.
Someone walks by the hallway, close the door. Nothing to stay here.
Oh, Club's not feeling good.
Yeah.
They walk past it. Shoot. Reopen
He's
it.
got mad cow.
Come on, hurry up.
I come in and I telepathically to Pip and Percy will say, I just had I assume it was a video conference. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Dr. Macy at Swordlight Cathedral, and the totem is on her desk. I don't know if it's a copy. I don't know if it copied itself. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's more than one. She's doing a research paper on this and sent me a draft since I had discovered the totem that she thinks she has from me. I don't know how any of this is working, but I'll look through that and see if there's any other clues. But something magical or weird or reality bending is definitely going on. And he hasn't. And you may be able to wake him up at all.
No, nothing.
Wow. Okay.
Brainwaves show that he's there. He's just
But in some kind of dream state. Okay.
Deep dream sleep.
I want to get in a yogi pose or something on the carpet next to him and see if I can just do detect thoughts and have it be like really focused.
I'll
and
trap some fireflies in jars and put them around you.
Give
just-
me a charisma check
Yeah, I'll just take my
to
time.
attempt this sort of
Okay.
telepathic skill that you were never trained in, but sort of you know how it works.
I
Mostly.
have detect thoughts, but like, yeah, this is different. Okay. And then add 4 to that, so 22.
Excellent. You are able to just barely tap into Klob's dream.
Okay.
But it's fuzzy and you can't really focus on it, and you kind of keep seeing the same thing over and over.
Okay.
And it is Klob in this sort of clearing with these fires around him and this giant prehistoric looking form around him, like in the forest around him.
Okay, so he's in a forest. There's fire. It's prehistoric looking.
Yeah.
Is he himself in the dream?
Yeah, he is, but he has no mods.
Okay.
Where there were implants, there's plant growth.
Interesting. Is there... And there's no one else here. It's just him in the fire.
Just him in the fire and this beast in the
Oh,
forest.
there is a beast.
It's huge.
Can I...
You can't see it. The harder you try to look at it, the less you can see it.
Sense of scale. How much bigger than Klopp is it? Like...
It's like ship-sized. It would be bigger than the rock.
Wow. Okay. Cool. That helps too. All right. I will pull out of that dream and tell all that information to you. And just say, wherever he is mentally, he's calm. He's still by the fire, but that beast is just hulking.
It's very strange.
Yeah. I can try again later, maybe, to see if it changes, but I think...
Is the totem of a creature?
The totem appears to be of this sort of dragon creature, but it looks sort of like meaner, a little the muzzle is more square, the teeth are bigger, it looks sort of buffer than a dragon, less like sleek and more. It doesn't have wings.
Marnell, did your friend at the cathedral identify any iconography that could be associated with the totem and any mythological creatures in dragon history?
I can skim that paper to see, but it's definitely from between the second and third dragon dynasty.
You skim that paper, and it says it's most likely a depiction of the primeval dragon god Atau.
Okay.
I'd like to do as much research into Atau as I can.
God?
Yep.
Atau. Okay. Got it.
Only a single Tau?
Just one.
Just one Tau. Yeah, go ahead. That's what she's got. I'll read through this paper more thoroughly while you do that and see if I can learn anything else. But I'm writing down the dream details right now. So.
Cool. Yeah, you can look up Atau and you find all these sort of ancient like cave carvings and these strange sort of like mountaintop cave temples to this deity who was sort of this giant, powerful beast dragon monster that was sort of worshipped on Triaxis a very, very, very long time ago, like a few millennia ago. Not a lot is known about it because the cultures that worshipped this deity, this being, did not have writing.
Also, I guess this is pre-Gap.
Way pre-Gap.
Yeah.
There are some cults on Triaxis who still worship sort of a pantheon of these primeval creatures. Atau is one of them.
Yeah, guys, I mean, if we're going to be
But in their pantheon, he's been
near
like
Triaxis
demoted.
anyway, we might want to go there and see if we can get any more information on this. This seems pretty bad.
Except,
Do
like,
not
a bunch
wanna
of
go
the dragons
anywhere
want
near
us
Triaxis.
dead.
We can go incognito.
We don't want to go.
Klob's in a coma.
What's a
We don't wanna
cognito?
No. We don't want to go anywhere near Triaxis right now. Think of chicken.
You wear it. It's like my cloaking field.
Oh, okay.
It's the brand of Percy's cloaking field, Cognito.
Yeah.
Go in incognito.
Is that like a tuxedo?
Yes.
Tuxedo Cognito. It looks good, trust me.
Yeah, we can't go anywhere near tree access right now. Think of chicken.
Yeah, but what are we gonna do about this? I'm worried, like, we could destroy the totem or try, but that could kill him if his life force is connected to it.
Let's reach out to another friend. I want to try to mentally reach out to Tohiro.
Well, there's one way to find out.
No, Pip, no. What do you have against Club? He didn't do anything to you.
Nothing.
You have suggested killing him 3 times in one morning.
A little excessive.
I mean, you should hear how many times I suggested killing you.
I've heard.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to mentally reach out to Tohiro. See if she responds.
Yes.
Oh.
Minala.
Fuck, we're in the drift.
Does she still feel weak to me or no?
What?
Does she feel weak to me at all, or she's cool?
The connection is shaky because you're in the drift and she's shook. Yes, Pip?
I thought that if she couldn't reach out to Harper when Harper was in the drift.
She could reach out to Harper. Harper was not answering her mental calls.
Okay.
Harper was ignoring her.
Got it.
Extremely powerful telepaths can communicate
Harper
with you
said
anywhere.
busy.
Read. Seen.
Thoughts?
Sensed?
Sorry, my cat is here and I'm playing with it.
Considered.
I will ask her. I'll say, I have a friend. You met him, Klob, and he's come into contact with some kind of very magical draconic totem, and it's left him in a catatonic state. I was able to observe some of his dreams, but we can't seem to wake him. Do you have any suggestions, or do you think you'd be able to reach him?
I could if I was there, but you feel very far from me.
Okay. Any suggestions for how I could try to reach out to him?
You could try to send someone into his mind, into his dream. It's challenging, but with the right equipment, that can make up for a lack of training.
Okay. We don't want to leave him like this, of course. So, if you could send over maybe a list of what I could try using to see if we can get him back.
I will try.
I would be most grateful. Okay. I relay all that to y'all. Cool.
Fantastic. Pip. You get a message on your beeper, on your little thing. It says, "We're almost there," from Chicken.
Shit. Fuck.
Is Chicken out as a dragon to the rest of the crew?
I don't think so. He turned back
That's
into a
his
chicken.
decision.
Yeah.
I mean, it took him a while to trust us.
Cool.
I'll be right back, everybody. I have to go, steer. And I go to the front of the ship.
You get up there and Dact, the systems engineer, is up there and he's at one of the side terminals messing with it. And Chicken is in the pilot seat as Chicken going, "So you guys all used to be like one of the big bad bugs?" And Dact goes, "Technically, the Shiren were a subspecies of the swarm who gained sentience and broke away. Why? It is unknown. We simply developed the new trait." And then you just left? Yes, we just left. And now what do? Most of us seek to understand our individuality. What does that mean? And they're just going to keep going back and forth like this.
This is amazing.
Precisely, we seek to understand. Well, now I'm confused.
So say we all.
On deck.
Like, thank you, Chicken. You're relieved. I move aside the chicken peck panel and get ready to take us out of drift.
The computer gives a little warning in the lower left-hand corner of your screen that says possible debris upon exit of drift.
Power to forward shield.
And you exit. When you power up forward shields, they just happen right away, and you're like, "Ooh, someone optimized my my subroutines." Like there's normally like a little buffer time, but this time it's like bang.
Nice.
You drop out. Stuff hits your shields. You find a little spot with no debris. The shields are allowed to recharge, and you are in a debris field.
It's like when the Millennium Falcon comes out of hyperspace at Alderaan, and they're like, "It's an asteroid field."
Yeah, it's like that. Debris everywhere.
Right. Let's start doing scanning sweeps, right?
Yeah.
Or I don't know how you want to do it, I guess.
We've got. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing some scanning, and
Cool.
then if anything seems interesting, I mean, we've got this thing, this arm that extends and like can grab things and shoot lasers at it.
Mhm.
So like, if we see something we like we can have it reach out and grab a part of the ship and then laser around it and rip it out.
The good doctor is analyzing scans. Is performing scanning, and you're getting sort of like on the windshield, stuff is being like lit up as they scan it and figure out what it is, and it's like, you know, aft haft, steward vessel, forward nacelle, pirate ship, like bits and pieces, and then like bodies get lit up. There are people among the debris. There's various kinds of remains.
Is it space etiquette to just record them and report it, or to like vaporize them and bring their dust back, or like vacuum desiccate them and sell pieces of them?
Auction off pieces of them. When you were in the stewards, when you found people, if they were other stewards, you like brought them aboard and returned them home. But the protocol is to mark their position and report it.
Okay, and like dog tags, or leave those, or like.
You're a civilian,
Right.
right now, so.
I will take a note. I will not submit it now, but I will take a note to submit it later when we're far from here.
Yeah.
Anonymously.
The dog tags have like a little very, very weak RFID signal, so you could like scan it.
Yeah.
There's also a bunch of other remains. It looks like pirate ships, various freighters and other ships built to fight.
Do we know what happened to your? Was there some kind of skirmish or
like stewards and pirates? Blew each other up.
I'll take
That's a fun game that kids play.
Yeah.
Yeah, stewards and pirates.
I guess but how long ago? It could be like, I don't know, if there's some kind of record. I don't know.
Give me a check you think is relevant to figure out.
I don't know if it would be a computer check. Like if there's a public record of like people just report incidents they come across. I don't know.
No, there's not really any public records right now since there's kind of a civil war.
Fair enough.
I'd take, like medicine or life science to figure out how long these people have been dead. I'd take engineering to figure out what kind of ships we're looking at.
Yeah, I can do a life science check.
I'll do engineering.
How long maybe they've been here?
34 for engineering.
Add 9 to mine, but it's still pretty low. It's 15.
Manala, you're not sure how long they've been dead. It's hard to tell in space. Pip, it's pretty clear these are standard issue steward ships, and then these other pirate ships. You think this is a skirmish between Jan Vakulis and the loyal stewards, not
all the way
stewards.
Out here.
All the way out here.
Damn. Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna start collecting anything that seems worth value. Loading into the cargo bay. Right, you got to depressurize the cargo bay. The arms. Load stuff in.
Visov is in there, and he's like in his suit, and he's catching stuff you bring in there, and he's putting it away. Rhiannon's helping. Bree probably is too.
Nice. Yeah. Right. And with that, I gotta go use the restroom. So.
Cool. So while Pip is doing that, Maynala and Percy, what are you doing? Gathering up things that look useful, valuable.
Yeah, I mean, I can like check current market prices for things.
Yeah.
See if there's like any special high demand for any kind of stuff.
Mostly medicine and other stuff like that on the Outer Worlds. Stuff that is not getting shipped right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just to remind you, you've got your fighter. You've got, you know,
Yeah, we
yeah,
can. I could take a cruise out there.
the fighter holds 2 people max.
I could go with you, or if you think it's better, I can just be doing some close reading on that research draft to see if I can learn anything else.
Why don't you come with me?
Okay, I'll go with you.
You guys both get in the fighter pod. It's less of a fighter and more of an armed like interceptor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's smaller and
Yes,
it's a little smaller, a little faster than like a traditional fighter, a little less beefy. The pod opens,
Well, yeah, it's less beefy. Club's not in it.
and you can fly out into this debris field that looks like a battle between the stewards and Jan Vokulis's sort of irregulars. Looking at the number of ships destroyed, you think as you're exploring it, it looks like an ambush. It looks like Jan's ships were hiding behind some debris or just dark and waited for these steward ships to show up and then pounced on them.
So casualty is heavier on Stewart's side.
Heavier on Stewart's side, but still pretty heavy on Jan's side, but not terrible.
Mm. Doesn't look like the Chainbreaker was here, right?
No, you see none of the sort of
vapor matter,
metal vapor that ship leaves. This looks like normal ships just ambushing some bigger steward ships. As you look around at the debris, you see you see a lot of smaller steward ships, no big ones.
So this might be that offshoot that Dives was leading.
No, this looks like the loyal stewards. But it looks like, the stewards travel in these like little flotillas with like this many attack ships and this many defense ships and like one big ship.
Right.
It looks like the big ship got away.
Is there like a relatively large chunk of ship that still seems to be like mostly intact?
Yeah, a couple of those. A few of the ships look mostly intact, just like severely disabled.
If we could get black boxes from those, we could even get a crew log, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, we're not really interested in that, though. This is all just salvaging to sell. Right?
True, but if we want to report any bodies that are out here.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose stewards are probably aware of this battle, right? Looks like some got away.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would be valuable, like, on one of these ships? Like, power cells?
Oh, yeah, they've got ammunition, they've got weapons, they've got valuable parts, they've got...
anything also that's like stewards only and equipment like that. Special contracts.
Yeah. There's going to be equipment, there's going to be like lots of those little grains that are used to manufacture stuff, UPBs.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of that.
All right, cool. Let's board a steward ship, probably.
Yeah.
Cool. It looks like you find a destroyer that's mostly intact. They're little. They have small crews. They're just really flying torpedo tubes.
Nice.
They're just meant to follow the big ship and shoot at the other big ships. You fly. You're able to sort of hover near it, open the hatch, and jump out.
I kind of want to set like a cable.
You can.
We can take and like tie off to stuff that we're not gonna be able to fit in, right? Because like the Red Rock's not that far away. We could easily float it through.
Yeah, you can get a cable.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Cool. You're inside. You turn the lights on. And it's dead empty in here. You see shell casings as if there was a firefight in here.
Wow.
As you explore further, you find bodies. Clearly, corridor to corridor, this ship was boarded.
Mm-hmm.
You find some dead Jan Vokulis pirates. You find lots of stewards. You make your way to like main engineering. It seems like main engineering was breached and the core was overloaded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sort of ripping off the back part of the ship.
Is there any? I mean, I guess there's probably like a standard spot in on most ships, like that are steward ships, of where a black box would be.
Yeah, it'd be
That's-
up in like the CIC.
I'm gonna head there and see if I like towards where I think that is, and see if I can get that.
Sure. Can you give me a perception check?
One. I almost rolled 1d10. That's not quite.
Alex, it's been kind of
so 22.
Picked over,
Mm-hmm.
but you do find a few canisters of those UBPs.
Cool.
You find about 1,000 of them.
Sweet. I'll start loading these on.
Yeah, you can. Maynala, with a 22, you're walking along and you're sort of feeling your way around because it's dark and you don't want to miss a corridor, and you feel on your hand through your suit like a really light tapping through the walls.
Pull my hand away, and then I do my detect thoughts out.
Seems like it might be a little too far for that.
Okay, it's 60 feet, but
Yeah.
No, okay, cool. And then I'll just over comms to Percy, be like, there might be somebody alive.
Any idea where?
Give her the approximate location.
You just know where you felt it. You don't know where they are.
I'll just say that.
Try tapping back. Like, do a pattern.
Okay.
Do.
Yeah. Okay.
You feel the wall again, and you hear, do, 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 do.
That's what I
And that just keeps repeating.
Can I go towards it?
Yeah, you can follow it through the walls. It keeps getting stronger and stronger until you get sort of to this little side room. It looks like it might be a storage room or like emergency oxygen shelter or like just little room.
Actually, I can get in the fighter and try reading life signs, right? Does it have sensors like that, like the probes do?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would imagine it would.
It's got like guns and that's it.
Because I was like, it's not a research vessel. And there's nothing in the room that seems to be causing the noise.
Well, the door is shut and sealed, and you have your hand on the door, and you feel it quite strongly.
Got it. Okay.
Sorry, I had to sneeze and I didn't want to trigger the computer.
It's okay. I'll wait till Percy's with me. I don't want to go in alone.
All right, I'll catch up.
Sorry, what are you guys
Percy's
going into?
there?
We boarded a broken vessel
Cool.
on the debris field.
Take a fighter
So
out?
you're in vacuum. It's space. You're in a vacuum. You're in your suit. There's this door shut and sealed with
Yeah,
tapping.
well, we don't exactly just want to open that.
How are we hearing the tapping in a vacuum?
You're not hearing it. She touched the
I
wall
felt it.
and
I was
felt the
feeling along the
vibration.
wall.
Got it.
Yeah. Can I reach out telepathically?
Yes.
Only 30 feet, but if
Yes,
there's
you
somebody
can.
there.
Is that blocked by like wood or metal or stuff?
Let me investigate.
You've definitely used it on spaceships before.
I have, but I think it also a familiarity affects it. It's Lashunta.
Pip, you are still gathering up materials. It's going quite well. You're filling up that cargo bay, moving on to the other cargo bay. You saw that Percy and Maynala took the fighter out.
Cool.
To go check out other parts of the battlefield.
There's not a lot of information on it.
I want to say you can't do it like through metal walls.
I totally understand that. I think that's kind of reasonable. Yeah, it doesn't say. I don't see anything about being blocked, but it's just called limited telepathy, and it just says
Because it's like limited. I
30
feel like
feet.
it'd be blocked.
you have to share a language.
Pip.
Yeah.
Dact is next to you. Dact says, technically, I believe the stewards would consider what we're doing illegal salvage. Do you want to have some kind of all quick, quiet protocol ready?
Yes. Jake doesn't know what
Uh,
that is.
like, like shut everything down and like be like go cold.
Oh, just like I don't know what you mean, but like as a protocol, like a.
What would you like me to do in the event of something else showing up?
In case like a steward cruiser goes by.
Oh yeah, we can have a we can go dark.
Understood.
We'll send out a comms blast to Manal and Percy, and then we can go dark. Yeah, that's fine.
So we're at the door where the person theoretically is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they have air, then they can hear anything we put through the wall.
Yeah.
So
You could like put a speaker on the wall.
that's what I was thinking. But even though like we could just start tapping, we could just do the 5-5 grid code that POWs use. Hey.
I mean, yeah, is there any kind of equivalent of like Morse code or something like that?
Yeah, there's like Morse code.
Okay, I can try the equivalent of that, and like I might not know it perfectly, but
I'm sure I know it.
I'm sure you do.
Percy does know it.
Yeah, Percy, go ahead and type a message, say that we're friendly.
you tap back, and you get some tapping in return.
What does the tapping say?
The tapping is kind of incoherent. Clearly, the person in there is not okay.
I want to ask if they have a spacesuit.
No.
God, how do we get this person over?
Beam
We
me
could
up,
go
Scotty.
get one and then open the door and then just put it on them quickly.
I don't think that works.
How fast does decompression kill you?
Real quick.
Very fast.
No, it doesn't. But it's really bad for you.
Well, the alternative is dying in a box.
Can we
You could bring the box into the cargo bay and then.
I was gonna say, can we put whatever they're inside of into the cargo bay and then
You'd have to cut it out. Pip, do you want to give me an engineering check?
mining laser?
Yeah, thank you. 29.
Pip, you could whip up an emergency airlock in like 20 minutes.
Okay. Oh, like on the outside of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, that's not even hard.
If you guys tell me about this, I'll start working on that.
Yeah. And just can you send them a message to say help is coming?
Yeah, sure.
Help soon.
Cool. Pip, you just make these big sort of plastic sheets with adhesive on them, and you can take the red rock over. You and the rest of the crew can go over and set it up real fast. You fill it with oxygen, and whoever's inside it now can now open the door.
Do you want it to be me or do you want to do it, Percy?
I don't mind going, but
I'll be there in case it's not something that can communicate non-telepathically.
Good call.
Okay, so we'll go together. Cool. Boop. Door open.
Inside, there appear to be 12 stewards. 9 of them appear to be dead. Most by self-inflicted wounds. Of the remaining 3, 2 are unconscious. The third barely conscious.
You go to the one who's conscious and see what you can get out of him.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the 2 unconscious ones and just make sure that they're stable enough to be moved.
They can be moved. They're they're hypoxic. There's very little oxygen in this room.
Okay, I'll pick them up and then bring them into the oxygen area.
Cool. Percy, the one who's awake, just hugs you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hug them back and lead them over to the oxygen area. I want to get them to a better place on the ship, hopefully, and then we can talk to them.
Cool. You can get them masks. Pip, you made the airlock so it can be sealed off from the inside, and now they're just in this rubber packet that can be brought into the ship easily. Mm-hmm. And you guys can begin. Dr. Vizan comes in and has stuff and is doing.
Yeah, and I he's already doing it, but I'm full medical workup. It's already doing it.
Yeah, he's already doing the thing.
Yeah, great.
Julie.
Exactly.
Cool. The three of them do eventually are able to talk.
Okay. I want to have the computer recording our conversation and let them know that that is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And just say, we were passing through this area. How long have you been here?
I'm not sure. The battle was maybe a week ago.
Oh my god. How have you survived until now?
12 of us were in the oxygen shelter when the ship decompressed. We, they did the math. There wasn't enough air for everybody. They picked us three to make it.
Uh,
Pip, you've heard stories about that terrible spacer calculus having to be done.
yeah, I was gonna say, is Pip in the mirror room or no? Jake.
I was, and then I left right when he said
Okay,
that.
I was gonna telepathically reach out to you when you leave and be like, "That's horrible. I'm sorry."
Pip, it's never happened to you, but you knew some people who knew some people who had to, like, wait like that.
Um, okay. Percy, you can ask questions too. Like,
I mean, I don't think there's anything we really need to know, but where you guys want to be brought?
Well, you should turn us back into stewards, nearest stewards.
Okay.
What's the nearest? Lily's asking, what's the nearest planet that has a steward base on it?
Triaxis.
Yeah, no.
Or at least it did.
I don't want to go there.
And as you guys are all talking, you all get a sort of little emergency alert on your comms units that says incoming drift signature.
Okay.
And Dax says on sort of the officer comms to you guys, and he says, "Want me to go cold?"
Yeah, go dark.
Yeah, so we can identify it.
Everything turns off. The guys kind of, the people who are in the chairs getting medically worked up kind of panic.
Don't worry, but it's cool. This is normal.
Yeah, I try to.
We just want to make sure that it's not, anything to be worried about, and I'm sure it isn't, but they won't find us if it is.
Like when everything goes dark, like these like the emergency red lights come on that are like just powered by ambient
Yeah,
like low energy
they're like LED
lamps.
Are they red or are they blue?
They're mauve, Doctor Who style.
Because the Navy likes to use blue, and I don't know what Pip would prefer.
Not what the Navy does. Mauve.
Cool. These sort of like dark pinkish reddish lights.
Mauve alert.
Mauve alert. They all turn on, and your guys' terminals.
So much partying.
Would you guys like to head up to the bridge to see what's going on?
I can stay here with them. I don't want to even just leave them just with Dr. Bazan. I know that they're pretty uncomfortable still, so I'll just stay and answer any questions that they have that aren't too revealing about us if they have questions. But yeah, I assume Percy wants to go to Viewport and stay with Pip.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys get up to the bridge, and once you're up there, you can look out the window and you see who's come out of the drift. It's a steward attack fleet. It's like a steward battle group. It's sort of the big green and gold sort of carrier battleship, and that is being protected by a bunch of these other smaller ships. The it's not as many smaller ships, Pip, as you would expect, and the battleship looks a little beat up. It's got some damage on its hull.
Okay.
And as it sort of takes up position there and sort of stops relative to the debris field, a few of the smaller ships start launching some shuttles that start heading down towards the debris field.
Great.
I'm gonna ask while I'm with them and just say, like, it's been, a week. Were there any other systems that were still working on the ship?
The one you're talking to says, "We don't know. We were in that room the whole time." Can you make a perception check?
Yeah. Do you want me to do sense motive or perception?
Perception. Yes,
Okay.
Pip.
All right. Meanwhile, while this conversation's happening, I go to the bridge
Yep.
because this is happening. Mauve alert going off.
I'm trying to keep them calm, like, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And I'm gonna start working with Dact.
Plus 10 for that, so 17.
And I'm gonna say, as far as they know, we're just another floating wreck out here. Here's what I want to do.
We're just a slightly warmer piece of debris. Yes.
And I set up. I'm setting up with him. I want to make it. I want to be able to like have everything strapped down in the cargo bay, but then be able to explosively decompress the cargo bay to send us drifting off in a direction without activating engines. And we'll look like just some debris. There was a hole, and there was just like something got moved.
Plus compression while they were looking at it.
Right. It decompressed while they were looking at it, and like would be totally normal in a debris field like this. But it could, depending how we're drifting, in the right position at the right time, we could use this to get a burst out of the debris field. And then once we're clear, we can have the drift calculations going so that once we're clear, we can make a drift jump.
Excellent. I'm starting that now.
Cool.
Calls up the people, and they're going down to the cargo bay to like make sure everything is
Strapped down.
not going to go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Manala, what'd you get?
17.
You notice that one of the people who you're not talking to is staring at the sensor screens for the doctor's sensor readout. Like intently.
I'll go try to engage that person in conversation and ask about, like, were you able to get off a distress signal before?
Are those screens outside?
Oh, no, that's a recording from one of our last missions.
You saw a steward fleet in one of your last missions?
Yeah, it was a while ago, though.
Can you give me a bluff check?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Wow, it's a lot of things to roll. Okay.
I roll a whole bucket of dice.
I have to roll another thing. Okay, so 16 plus 13.
Jesus.
Yeah. V good at bluff.
Nice.
You should have gambled more.
I was not good at bluffing before. I'm better
As
now.
you're doing that, the doctor goes over and just turns off that screen.
None of the screens would be on, right? Because we're in low power.
Well, the doctor was saying he could monitor sensors from down in the medical lab, and so I just.
And he's got his medical lab stuff on, and
Got it.
And I'm gonna say, yeah, everything's been so chaotic.
Sorry. Do we know if these are loyalist or separatist stewards?
We technically don't know yet.
We know that these guys are loyalist.
Oh,
But I'm saying the people who showed up, we don't know if they're loyalist or.
If you wanted
separatist.
to find out, you could give me a computers check with a higher DC because you're using passive sensors.
Gotcha.
Can I assist?
Yes.
All right, let me do that real quick. Nice. I will
That's
apply my
sufficient.
+2. Let me... So plus 17 total. 35.
These are loyalist stewards.
Okay.
You look at it, and you're looking at the kind of ship and the name of the ship.
Yeah, we're
and
still
the-
wanted for questioning, though.
It's not
These
called
are
Harper's
loyalists.
Glory.
These are loyalist stewards. And you see the other shuttles are sweeping the debris for survivors, it looks like. You know what this procedure is.
Do they reply to when I say that things have been really chaotic?
They seem shook up and confused.
From the debris, it looks like you were engaged with some of the 3 captains. Is that true?
No, it's that crazy mutant.
Isn't he a free captain?
No. We thought he was originally, I think, but
Okay. Yeah.
He has some connections to them, but they hate him.
Okay. Got it. Did you know that they would be here and you caught them, or what happened?
They came out of nowhere. We were here to try and, I don't know. I think this is a route they have to take to get somewhere. I wasn't really sure. I didn't really pay attention to the briefing. And we got here and we set up, and then it's like they were waiting for us.
Why is
Well,
Jan attacking loyalists?
he just wants to destroy
We're
all
really
stewards.
making a distinction when we were
Yeah,
talking
he wanted to
to him.
blow up
Yeah.
every steward base on Castabel. So,
On the news, it was mentioned that he's probably just trying to strengthen his position. He's winning, so he's going to keep winning.
We're gonna be so sick of winning.
Charlie Sheen style.
Yeah.
I'll say to them, well, it's over now, and we'll try to get you back to a steward station as soon as possible.
He says, "Thanks." Pip, you're up in the bridge, starting the drift calculations, which you think will take a few minutes.
Right.
And as you're doing that, the math just starts to like break down in front of you. At first, you think you missed something, you need to go back, but then it just keeps getting worse and worse, and then the computer starts spitting out all these nasty values, and you realize what's happening. The drift is being jammed from your location.
How is that even possible?
If you're with a lot of power, you can make it impossible to enter or exit the drift in a certain area.
Holy shit!
Wow.
I didn't even know that was possible.
And as you go to the sensors and you try to figure out what it is, that big capital ship is jamming drift travel in this local area.
That makes sense if you're like in like big Star Destroyer type battles, someone starts losing, so you don't want them to just jump out. Right?
Yeah.
Jam their ability to open a portal to the drift.
Yep.
Pip,
Stay here so I can kill you.
You're looking at the math and you think you could try to open one, but it would be really unstable and you do not know where it's going to spit you out. The thing with drift travel is not where you're going to end up in real space, it's where you're going to end up in the drift. Is that going to be dangerous?
Nala,
Yeah.
you're like a negotiator, right?
That's what they used to call me.
Yeah, you might have to talk to these stewards and negotiate our way out of here. There's no way we're getting a jump.
Okay. Let me come up to the bridge.
Maybe a trade of, we found some survivors, you can have them, just don't look in our cargo bay.
Can we hide like our ship's ID signature?
That's what I was gonna say. They're gonna know exactly what ship we are.
I mean, we got a new paint job at the pirate base.
Shoot, I'm wondering if we have like an electronic VIN that they'll tag.
You
Like,
do, but that hasn't been turned on for a long time.
Okay.
And at the pirate base, I'm sure they would have stripped that. Like, that's standard procedure.
At the pirate base, they put the little switch on it, lets you turn it off and on, and also change it.
Okay. When I say go, power on, and I'll send a hail once I'm up in the bridge.
Would there be a way for me to, like, route a hail through, like, any sort of transponder that's around, even if it's only half functioning, so that they can't
Computers
trace it
check.
to us?
Can I assist again?
Yes.
Hi.
Would you like to assist me? Never mind.
Yeah, you can. You can make it unclear where your ship is exactly.
Great. I don't need to boot up, though, right?
Just that one system.
Right, I just need to power the antenna, but nothing else.
Yeah.
Cool. I get that ready.
You get it ready, and you think this sort of fuzzy signal you're going to send out, it'll be unclear where you're coming from. It'll be kind of like a circle where you could be in there.
Yeah, and the debris will make it harder. Yep.
Cool. You're ready.
Great. Yeah, I'll just hail them and see if they respond. It's not. I'm doing non-video to be totally clear.
They answer with video as is standard procedure.
Okay. I don't answer with video.
And you get this fuzzy, crackly, distorted footage of a sort of a human captain. He's sort of older, kind of grizzled, leathery, not like angry grizzled, like spends too much time next to reactors, leathery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pip knows they can give you a sunburn. They sometimes give you a sunburn. And he says, "This is the steward carrier Indomitable. Identify yourself."
Bluebird.
Yeah. This is the Bluebird passing through. We found some survivors.
Bluebird, power up immediately and allow us to lock onto your signal.
Can I say that like we're having trouble fully powering on?
You can say that, yeah.
But then they're gonna try and help us. We just want
I don't think they would. This guy seems like a dick.
We just want them to take the survivors and leave us be.
I'll just ignore his question and be like, "We found some survivors, Steward. Can we send them to you?"
You can. Power up immediately. I don't want to drop depth charges on you. I would love to believe you, but in light of recent events, we cannot trust these sort of signals.
I wire up our VIN to say Bluebird.
Yeah, you can.
All right. Yeah. Well, I check in with Pip and then nod, and then we can power on.
And I power on and, unroute.
There you are. Come within range slowly, and we'll get a shuttle over to you.
Understood.
What's the range for like a tractor beam? Do those exist?
They do, but the stewards don't use them. They're really expensive, and they break all the time. And like,
Great. I don't want to get close enough to be in the range of one of those.
More like crafter beam.
I will position.
If you've read about them, you have to be kind of close to use them. They're like not worth it.
I will position not very close to the capital ship, but closer to the nearest shuttle.
Yeah, you can. Shuttle comes over and sort of extends its docking clamps in the way that is like, am I allowed to dock with you? Are you going to hold still for this?
I will allow them to dock. I will not open our airlock.
Cool.
I'm gonna. Oh, actually, Percy, can you go to Med Bay and escort them?
Sure.
I want you to get assurances that we can leave.
I'm gonna work on that, and I'm gonna say, once the clamps are on,
you made a gesture of good faith.
I'll say, our medical officer is taking the survivors to our airlock.
Excellent.
So, we've got to get on our way, so if you could drop your drift block or something.
Yeah.
We're on a tight schedule. Right?
Yeah, we're headed to deliver...
Calamoy.
Yeah, we're headed to deliver some... Oh, I don't know what I want to say.
They're tadpoles to Calamoy, right?
Yeah, I mean... Something biological. I wanted to sound non-threatening. I want to say medicine, but we're not delivering medicine.
They're tadpoles. That's
urgent supplies.
Yeah, we're set to deliver some materials. It's quite urgent, so we'll need to be on our way after this.
Can you be a little more specific than that?
Tadpoles.
For my report.
Certainly.
Tadpoles.
We are helping.
That's actually in there.
It might be illegal to smuggle life forms.
Oh, fine.
We have some supplies.
Percy, give me a culture check.
Okay. I would know what's illegal.
Yeah,
You would totally know what's illegal.
Should I also do it or no?
Sure.
Okay.
You're the one talking to him.
True. Plus, God, I'm really real bad, like always.
You have a lot of sixes.
Still some of Jake's 18.
9, so 15. Same.
15? Both of you can't, this doesn't sound illegal.
And I'll say, we have some...
It's not like Kalo or a controlled species or something.
Yeah. I'll say, we have some supplies that are meant to help with the fertility crisis on Kalo.
He looks sort of confused at you. He says, well, that doesn't sound related to anything I care about particularly.
Nor I, but it's a job.
The doctor opens the door. And on the other side of the airlock, there's, a couple medics and a few, Marines not looking aggressive. Just the rules say 4 dudes go with the 2 medics. So we do. And they take the prisoners and they go and they detach and they head off back to the big capital ship.
Can you, and I say, Nala, request that they drop the drift thing so we can get out of here.
I mean, do we have a sensor that says when they do drop it?
Yeah, you'd know.
Okay, have they dropped it?
No, you haven't asked.
Oh, I'm saying,
Now that we've...
I said, as soon as the survivors are aboard to your satisfaction, I would appreciate if you could remove your drift lock. So
I was very clear. I said let's get those assurances before they go in the airlock.
Yeah, I was trying to kind of ask him that, and he was asking about what I was doing, and I thought that was enough, but it wasn't, and he was being cagey, and that's fine.
Okay.
Does he say anything to that?
He says, I cannot drop the drift jamming field.
Why?
Then we can't give you your survivors.
We've had issues with Dives' separatists using some kind of hyper-accurate drift technology to surprise us.
Who?
Dives and his separatists.
I like elbow.
This political stuff. I don't really know much about that.
I'll ask Pip telepathically. Can't we just start to move away on impulse power to get out of the field?
What's the range of their...
It's
probably a couple kilometers.
It's pretty far, but yeah, you could fly out of here probably.
I start piloting thrusters out of here then.
Yeah, I'll say, well, I'm glad that we were able to help each other. Bluebird out. And I'll drop the connection and start to move away on impulse power.
As you are moving away, Pip, you see your sensors light up from the thing, and it says weapons charging, sort of like the
asshole.
Like we've detected a ship are charging weapons. But then you look at all the steward ships, and none of them are doing it.
We should warn them it's another ambush.
Yeah, shields up.
Yeah, shields at maximum. Send a quick text message to their ship.
I'll open a hailing frequency and say, our sensors say weapons are powering up somewhere nearby.
And as you do that, you see like maybe a dozen of the ships in this debris field turn on.
Oh my god.
It's a trap.
Some of the like steward ships that had been partially destroyed but were mostly together, like kind of break open, and these pirate ships come out of it, and it's bad. You're not totally sure how many there are right now, but there's a lot.
I mean, we're trying to move away on impulse
Punch
power.
it out of here as hard as fucking possible.
Yeah.
You just hammer down, and as you're trying to fly, like negotiate your way out of this debris field, one of the pirate ships, seeing a ship that is on, and you're near it, is going to fire at you.
I really hope those 3 stewards don't die. Fucking sucks. They were safe for like 8 seconds.
What's the Red Rock's AC?
I don't know.
I can look really quick.
It's not the one that's in Roll20. It's the one in the thing that I linked in chat ages ago.
Oh.
You have to pull it up there and paste it into the site.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. I can look at that too.
And also, that wasn't the final thing. Y'all were also supposed to take a look at the thing.
We already did the...
So the way space combat should work right now is Pip makes a piloting check, and then the adversarial ships make piloting checks, and then you go in descending order for move, and then... No, ascending order for move, and then descending order for shooting. So
Jake,
Pip
was
is
this
getting a piloting check from you.
Jake, where did you post this?
In Slack, it's fine. I found
I
it.
didn't find it. Okay.
I think it's the...
You have to take it and then copy it into the ship creator site. All right,
It's like just a bunch of text.
15 for AC.
Well then, they are going to hit you.
Okay. Maybe.
For in your aft arc, in your aft shield, 8 points of damage. Laser.
Okay.
As it sort of buzzes past you.
All right. I'll overcome everybody. Say battle stations or wherever you want to be while we're getting hit.
People rush, go to weapons. Mm-hmm. Club probably falls out of the bed.
Oh.
Well, he's still
We should
locked
probably
in.
strap him
So.
down.
Oh, he has his roots that are going into the bed.
Oh yeah, it's true. He doesn't fall out of the bed. The mattress goes with him.
Great.
Manala, you get a message after sending that to him that says, Bluebird, get away from those pirate ships. Come over to us. We'll
towards
open a
the
bay door
target?
for you.
No.
But you're the target.
Yeah.
I'll say.
I mean, you see it getting shot at, and its shields are just like, we don't care.
Obviously,
Is there room for us to be
the
underneath?
pirates think they can win.
Drop your fucking drift jammers and we'll just leave.
Do you say that?
Yes.
Okay.
You're ignored.
Fuck the stewards.
Is the pirate ship? If we just sail away, right? The pirate ship's not going to follow us that far away from the battle. We're not worth it.
Right.
Yeah, my hope is to just keep going away.
Yeah, we just.
You guys are
keep-
kind of like in the middle of it right now.
Yeah, we'll just keep moving away. Every turn, we're always trying to gain more distance from the main battle.
Yeah, we're putting full. If we put full power to engines and they're shooting, they're not putting full power to engines. We will outrun them eventually.
Right. Sounds good. Cool.
We've got speed 12. I don't know what that means, but
You move 12 spaces.
that's a lot. That feels like a lot.
It is pretty quick.
12
Faster
spaces
than
in all
most
in
ships,
space.
slower than most torpedoes.
I thought there was only one space.
Cool.
Yeah, we have the M12 thrusters, which are like the best thrusters for our ship size.
So Pip, they rolled lower than you, so they get to move first, but you get to shoot first. The whole point
That's
is you have an
good, 'cause
advantage because
they
you get
move
to
and then
know
we
what
know
they
where to
do.
move.
No worries.
Yeah.
It's an advantage. It's good for you.
I believe you.
And sort of there's now it looks like there's maybe a couple dozen of these pirate ships and a bunch of these sort of smaller little skiff fighters, and maybe 2 or 3 of them have kind of come after you.
I thought you said it was one.
They've peeled off, and these
Okay.
little tiny skiff
Yeah,
fighters
there's
have
all these little groups.
All
come
right.
after you because you look like easy pickings.
Sure.
But we're not stewards.
Yeah, I'll do
All
open.
these people trying to pad their cape.
I'll do an open frequency to anybody who's nearby and be like, "This is Bluebird. We're transporting
Tadpoles.
tadpoles. Leave us alone."
As you open the comms, you are trying to get a word in, and you are drowned out by all the other chatter.
Inundated. Yeah. Perfect. So great. Hi, Kat. What's up?
All right, never mind. We
Maybe
fly the
we should-
steward ship and go in the shields because otherwise Lincoln's going to kill us.
I'm not going to kill you.
We could just bluff and say we're working for Jan. We know a decent amount of his inner workings, right? We can just be
I don't
like,
think
by
that's
the
gonna
authority
work
of
either.
Captain Bloodglaive.
It doesn't work
they-
for you.
Pip, you've
Yeah, but
got
are these random
sort
pirates
of
gonna
these
know
two
that?
skips sort of on your
Sure.
tail.
We can try evasive maneuvers through the debris.
I mean, other than people are asking me. I punched it away. Ask someone else.
Cool.
Yeah, I
no,
think-
Pip, you're the pilot. I'm asking you because you're the pilot, and you just move your full speed away from them.
Okay, but I thought they move and then I shoot.
So you moved. So they move. You move. You shoot. They shoot.
Got it. Okay,
Got it.
I continue to move away.
Cool. You continue to move away. You may now shoot if you like.
All right, I shoot at them.
Cool. I think the particle beam cannon can shoot at one of them, and
The
Kiss
flag
Off
thrower
is up
out.
there. And the flag thrower can do it too. Percy, are you in the flag thrower?
Sure.
The turret, the particle beam's a turret, so it can shoot.
Yeah,
anywhere.
it can turn around.
How many guns can I shoot?
Well, only those
As
two
many
can
as are
shoot at the dudes
facing.
on your tail.
Okay, I don't know how many guns I can shoot per turn.
Fair enough.
As many as you got, but only 2 can
Alright.
shoot at the dudes on your tail right
It's
now.
going to be 3d4 and 3d6.
Yes. So give me some
Do it.
attack rolls, some piloting rolls, or yeah.
You got to do piloting rolls first to hit.
Oh, okay.
To see if you hit. Yeah.
Great.
Fine.
I'm a good pilot.
That's more than their AC,
I'm fly. I pilot.
and you do 9 damage. Excellent.
Nice.
You
And then other guys going to have to do the 3d6.
and the one you hit with your flat cannon just
Oh, there we go.
blows up.
All right.
So I don't know the piloting skill of our guy in the turret.
Good point.
Super hits. What's the damage on the particle beam?
36.
3d6.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah,
He fires and kind of grazes across the front of this little fighter, but doesn't quite destroy it.
It's high sensitivity. Sorry.
And it seems to have one torpedo attached to it that it's going to. What's your guys' target lock?
I do not know.
Yeah, I don't have. I couldn't find the
14.
sheet. So.
Pip, your thing beep 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 is saying you've been locked.
Oh damn.
Okay.
What do we do when we're locked?
The torpedo like gets its own turn and it gets to move, but you can also shoot at them. Cool. Do another piloting check.
More piloting.
23.
Nice. They rolled super poorly.
Yay.
So they're going to try to catch up with you, but you are getting away from them.
Yes. My plan is working.
And now you may shoot at them. You may move and then shoot at them.
Oh, what are those modifiers at the bottom? That's cool. +2 computer checks, just always?
Yeah.
That's nice.
I fly away and shoot.
Cool. You're hammer down away from them.
We've got a torpedo on us. You want to try and like get in some debris?
Or you could also
We're
try
already
to
weaving
shoot
in
the
and out of
torpedo.
debris, right? Like that's.
You can shoot the torpedo.
Yeah, shoot the torpedo, right? Like that's what the flat cannon's for.
I'll try. Just asking. Gotta do everything around here. All right, to blow up one ship.
Cool. So Percy, what do you want to shoot at?
Torpedo, apparently.
Cool. Shoot at the torpedo.
Bang, bang.
Give me that roll.
Oh!
You super hit the torpedo. Roll damage.
Crush it.
Not incredible, but it's very small. Probably not super well armored.
It's got 4 HP. You shoot at it, and it's trying to dodge, but then it gets nicked, and it sort of spins out and hits a piece of debris and explodes. Big explosion. Your boy is going to shoot at the other ship. He's going to hit.
Torpedo.
He's going to finish off that last fighter. It's following you.
Hey.
Nice work.
You have a moment where there's nobody attacking you, but all around you, stuff is exploding. Ships are firing on each other.
Get us the hell out of here.
Punch it, Chewie.
Trying.
Punch it harder.
Give me a piloting check, Pip, to weave your way out of here. Excellent. You're a total leaf on the wind. You're sort of banking around stuff.
Why do you say these
I'm
things?
dead.
Bad. We're gonna crash.
Don't worry, Pip's not dead yet.
Nope, he's gone. We lost him.
He's gone.
Please.
I said the words. A big spike comes in and just Pip's done.
Go ram it.
So
Chris just said an inevitable betrayal.
Dodging all these things, you see on the steward ship these sort of ports on the side open, and these big rail cannons, these big mass driver cannons come out, and you see it just boom, 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 at the sort of the bigger pirate ships. Just nail one, nail another, nail another. Like this thing is just wrecking.
Nice shit.
Seems like a dumb ambush.
You're kind of out of the debris field now, because Pip's such a good pilot.
All right, and then we jump to drift as soon as we can.
All right. You spend the next maybe hour punching it away from this stuff, sort of watching it in the background, because the drift field is big. But then you're out of it, and you're able to...
That's an enormous drift field.
Mm-hmm.
Like an hour of going probably hundreds of miles per hour.
That's terrifying.
So we went hundreds of miles, is what you're saying.
Let's not meet them again. I don't like them.
Because the thing about punching it is that you just keep going faster.
Constant acceleration. So yeah, you're back in the drift.
Cool.
James?
So do we want to offload some of this stuff, or do we want to go straight to
We also have that Klob
Mon
situation
Calamari?
still.
Yeah.
You do still have that club situation.
I have a feeling that'll just work itself out next week. I don't know why.
I mean, it might. It also might not.
Sorry, Brandon.
Um,
Make a new character.
we could also do we want to go to Callow soon
That's what I'm saying.
before we go to Pasta?
That's what I'm saying. Which one do we want to do first?
Let's do Callow.
Okay.
Because the pasta is on the edge of the system, right?
And we've got other stuff to do directly after a pasta.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Cool.
Let's go to Callow.
Also,
We're
I
in the
don't know
drift
the
for a little
expiration dates on
while.
these tadpoles.
And Maynala, the doctor, the Akeshti doctor, comes up to you and hands you a data pad and says, I have no idea why, but I just typed all this up and I've been stricken with the sudden need to give it to you. Please take it. This is uncomfortable.
Yeah, I take it immediately. And I say, and then I walk them to Doctor. Wait, are they the doctor?
That's them.
Shit.
And you take it and they kind of...
I take
shake.
it, and then I say, I overcome. I say, Percy, I need you to get to Med Bay. You need to check out Dr. Vazan. I think is Vazan a male?
Vazan has not specified a gender,
Oh,
and
okay.
on the employee form, selected would prefer not to say.
That's fine. I say they need some medical attention. They seem disoriented.
Okay.
But once you take the pad, they seem fine. And you look at the pad, and it says, this is what I could find on artificially enhancing someone's dream-entering abilities. Love, Tohiro.
Excellent.
That's really funny.
I look it over and I see what we can cobble together.
You think you could put something together?
I'll probably need.
You have lots of UPBs. You have like 2,000 of those UPBs. You could build anything you want.
Yeah, I'll still probably need like Bree or Pip's help to make sure all the engineering stuff up to snuff.
Totally.
So I can give them help with that.
Yep.
Do you ask for help with that? Do you ask them to do that?
You got psychics in your brain.
Damn.
Go to Pasta. We'll pick up one of those neural blockers for you.
Yeah, I will. I will get help either from Bree or Pip, whoever wants the work more. I think Pip was bored, so I'll ask Pip.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pip, you can build this sort of psychic thing. It's sort of a box, and then these sort of electrodes that go to the other person's brain, and the first ones go to the psychic medium, but it has to be connected to a third person who's actually the one visiting the dream.
Who wants to go see Clob in his dream?
Normally, I would probably nominate Klob.
Nose goes.
Well, my Nala can't do it, right? Because she's mediating, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I'm in DM.
So, okay, me or chicken? Which one do you want?
Definitely you. Only because if Atao knows about chicken, Atao's influence is feeling much vaster than I anticipated originally.
I feel really weird about going in someone else's brain.
It's the ultimate
haven't helped
conspiracy.
Sorry, I'm mad
Joe.
how it's in my brain. I don't want two brains in my brain.
Okay.
Or my brain in another brain.
Before we do anything or anything built or whatever, I reiterate the dream to Percy and just say like,
Yeah, fire, field, shadowy.
Yeah, we don't want to agitate him, but like maybe just try to change the dream, get him to do something different, and see if that can break the cycle.
Yeah, see if I can get through to him.
If nothing else, find out what you can about Atao.
Like that scene from Buffy where she's just putting the book on the shelf over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, in we go. Did I fall asleep for a little while?
You put the thing on. Maynala, you begin meditating. Pip, all the numbers are the numbers that they said it should be.
Yeah, that's a 7.
It's still 7. And Percy, you sort of suddenly drift off to sleep.
I like to imagine that Pip is just monitoring the pH of a glass of water. and the psychic energy can change the pH slightly.
That's literally there's
Seven.
like a little diode that comes out of the side of the machine into a glass of water.
I don't know why this is, but it is. Percy, you're suddenly falling asleep, and then all of a sudden you are falling.
Oh god, I already got the kick? This is really early in Inception to
falling
get the kick.
at this canopy. You're at the canopy, wind rushing past you, you're being hit by all the leaves and branches, and it hurts, and then all of a sudden you hit the ground.
It's Jumanji.
Am I dead?
Nope.
Am I me? Am I the Rock?
You look down at yourself, and you're you.
Ah.
Except you're not dressed how you were. You're wearing like these sort of strange, they're kind of uncomfortable. They feel like they're made of some kind of reed clothes.
Noir
Sort
clothes.
of like it's kind of like a vest and like
No, New
sort
York
of weird like skirt sort of thing.
It's a socialist society. They're all noir clothes.
These sort of red dragon prints on them. To your right, there's a bag. To your left, there's a big knife and what looks like kind of a mace, sort of.
Do I see Clob anywhere?
No, you're in the middle of a dense jungle.
I'll pick up the knife first.
It's like a stone knife, like a flint knife.
Huh.
I was thinking like machete.
I'll take a look in the bag.
Sure, yeah, it's like a stone machete.
Ooh, yeah.
What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
You open the bag, and there's some other bags. There's like tinder. There's like a tinder bag in here. There's what looks like some dried meat, some berries.
You're
some
now
kind
Did I just start
of medicinal herb.
A D&D game?
7 Days to Die campaign?
You just switched systems to D&D. You will now receive a D&D character sheet.
Yeah, there's other sorts of various
Chult.
like bushcraft stuff. It's dark, by the way. It's super dark. There's light being cast by these bioluminescent plants around you.
Is there anything that I could fashion a torch out of in the bag?
There's tinder. There's like tinder in there. You could start a fire with that.
And you said there's like a mace? What is it?
Yeah, it's like a big piece of wood with like a big like a stick has grown around a rock.
Am I wearing all reeds? There's no like cloth or anything, right?
Yeah.
What's the bag made of?
The bag seems made of some kind of hide.
Damn it.
And it seems that if you closed it and cinched it all up, it would be watertight.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll take that and
Have a
club
strap
with my
you can put
knife,
over
I
your
guess,
shoulder.
and I'll just pick a direction.
The knife has a sheath. Maynala,
Yeah.
you can see all of this happening. Like it's your dream, but you have limited control over it.
Am I able to send any kind of message or thought?
Give me a charisma check.
That's not gonna work. I gotta go to this page. This chapter.
So close.
And then add 4 if it's just charisma.
19. Okay, yeah. What do you want to communicate to Percy?
Oh, I didn't need to communicate anything in particular. I was just seeing if it was possible, but I can say, look for a fire or start a fire.
Percy, you hear rustling near you.
Oh God, there's snakes.
And you look over and there's a cat sitting on a rock.
Cheshire?
It cocks its head at you. And
Hello?
it says, look for fire or build a fire. And then it just turns back into shadow.
What the hell?
I love it.
Okay, Dream Cat, I guess. Yeah,
Maynala,
that
from your
tinder box out.
perspective, you're kind of like above everything, looking down at Percy.
GTA 1 style.
Yes. You can sense Klobb's direction.
I'll start building a fire, I guess.
Cool. You start.
Yeah.
Right
I
here.
wasn't sure, like, dream reality, like, in the dream there's a fire, and so, like, if you make one, then
I
maybe
decide to build a fire, and then there's a fire.
Right.
Pip, you've got your sort of readout. You've got the pH diode. You've also got your terminal out there. And you see that there's sort of like some distress with Percy. Like Percy's kind of fidgeting and his brave waves are a little funny.
What's the pH?
7.5. It changed.
You need to like titrate me a little bit. I don't know, dream titrate.
Get a couple drops of something.
Pip, could you give me a computers check?
Yes, I can. 22.
Percy, it's very easy starting this fire.
Huh?
It just happens.
Yeah.
You got a fire.
Cat.
The smoke and embers rise, and then there's no wind. Like no wind picks up, but the embers point.
I follow.
The Master Sword's that way.
Yeah.
I turn and there's a musical cue and it goes.
You follow, but the embers like aren't following you. Like they don't keep going forever. It's just this fire is pointing.
Just clearly that direction. Cat didn't say anything about putting the fire out, so I'm not overly concerned about the environment. I guess I'm just gonna keep going.
You start heading that direction. Maynala, Percy appears to be going the right way.
Cool. Yay, it worked.
But Maynala, you also sense forms in the jungle moving towards Percy.
Can I have a sense of how many?
3, you think. It's hard to tell. It's like this radius around Percy you can experience, but they're not quite to it yet.
Okay. Can I try to send another message?
Absolutely. Make a charisma check.
Okay, I was going to check again. +4. Not good enough.
7. Percy, as you're walking, that black cat from before just runs across your path.
Black cat, cross your path.
That's bad luck. Well, as long as I don't walk under any ladders, I think I'm alright.
A ladder appears in the dream. I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. I go over it.
I climb the ladder.
It's directly in my path. I go over it.
Nice.
Percy, you see one of these forms. They're these yellowish, tannish, sort of saurian, draconic creatures wearing similar armor to you, except theirs looks much more like armor. One is carrying this big sort of flat piece of wood with jagged stones around the edge, and it's sort of waiting for you in the clearing.
Sacrifice thing.
And then you look off to its left, and there's another one with a bow, sort of a taller, skinnier one with a bow. And then off to the right, so that one's to the left, off to the right is one carrying sort of these 2 spears.
They're not threatening me, right? They're just standing there?
They're just standing there, blocking your path.
I approach slowly.
They approach as well.
Do this.
They don't react.
How?
Racist. It's just the sup. How's it going?
You look at them, and sort of it looks like there's like a fire or embers or something reflected in their eyes.
Are they looking just at me?
They're looking directly at you.
I present my mace.
The one with the big two-handed sword steps forward.
I just kind of hold it out in front of me.
He sort of puts his out and like touches your mace. And then the other two don't back up, but the ground seems to stretch under you. And now you're standing in this sort of stone circle, like
Trial by
paved
combat.
circle under you. And it
Cool.
Percy, your heart's racing. Pip, Percy's heart is racing.
Yeah, but the pH is still only like 7.5.
Yeah, but something's happening. And the doctor comes in and says, "What's going on?"
He's in his dreams, and she's making it happen with this machine I made.
What the God? And Dr. Vazan starts looking at all of it and says, "What the? I hate engineers."
Zahn is great.
And comes back and starts hooking up these sort of terminals to it and punks down this screen in front of both of you that now has a detailed list of Percy's vitals.
Dude.
And it says,
Perfect.
this sort of mind connecting can have negative physical consequences.
If you die in the dream, you die in real life.
Sure, he can't, if he gets wounded in the dream or something, it doesn't like happen in real life, but he could have a stroke. So we need to keep track of it here and keep that from happening.
Got it.
And Vizan says, "I don't know how this weird machine you just made works."
Neither do I, frankly.
Great. That's wonderful news.
I mean, you made the instructions.
No, I didn't.
I've got it right here in your handwriting.
That was Maynala's psychic friend.
Sure. I'm sure that'll hold up in court.
They go, "That's not even my handwriting," and they write next to it, and it's totally different handwriting. And Maynala, you see all this happening too.
Okay.
Through that previous experience, you feel like you can make little changes to the world if you can like force your personality on this Klob's dream.
Okay. I don't know. I don't want to like push it too much because I'm already kind of. I mean, I don't know about Percy, but I'm just kind of curious to see where it goes.
I went in, didn't I?
Yeah.
Percy, he sort of backs up, is in this sort of fighting stance, and are you also sort of doing that?
Yeah. We start like strafing the circle.
Yeah, they both start going in a
There's
circle.
like really good drums playing in the background.
That's the freaking. It swings its sword and your shirt cuts open a little bit.
Jake is referencing Star Trek. Watching Star Trek on YouTube right now.
I linked it.
Da, 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 da. Anyway.
Yes.
All of a sudden, this big form just lunges at you and is going to take a swipe at you.
I do not know what my KAC is in the dream.
It's more than 9, I'm sure. It takes this sort of big sweep at you, and you're able to sort of duck back. What do you do?
I'm gonna attack him.
Do it.
Seems
strength.
like a whole mutual we agreed to fight each other thing, right?
Yeah.
Fair.
How is where is regular combat?
Yeah. No, just give me a strength roll.
All right. Does it have to be strength? Can I use my dex?
No, you can't use your dex because it's a mace.
Awesome. I should have used the knife.
You could use the knife if you want. You haven't attacked yet.
Oh, I can switch? Okay, I thought I
You
was
can have
locked
like
in
the
once I
mace in
was
one hand, the knife in the other hand. If you
Alright, I'll
want.
use the knife then. Can I use my dex with the knife?
Yes, it's a knife.
Great. Not amazing.
You sort of, he takes this big swipe at you, you go to swipe at him, and he sort of knocks you out of the way. The drums are getting more intense. And Maynala, you sort of sense that great primeval presence of Atau has turned its attention to you.
The eye on the top of the tower is
Okay.
turned.
And it says, you seek to disrupt my servant.
I say, can I respond?
Yeah, you can try. Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to roll?
No.
Okay. I seek health and life and vitality for all creatures.
Then we are of the same mind. As you look down and Percy and this big guy are fighting, like he's clearly not fighting super hard. But Percy, you're kind of, this is going to be an issue.
And I say,
He's big. I'm not.
This creature is friendly to our cause. Why should they come to harm?
It seems more like a trial than.
Who are you talking about?
About Percy.
About Percy?
Yeah.
And he says,
he seems in imminent danger.
Sorry.
I believe you. We shall see if this creature is strong.
Yep.
See if this creature is cunning.
My strength is 10. My int is 12.
See if this creature has the will.
Copyright.
I will say.
Did I do something? Are we gonna get content flagged? Oh, great, thank you.
My will saves are 10.
I will say like what service do you seek from us? Like, what does he want from us? But like, what? He seems like the kind of guy who wants like homage paid to him. So I'm trying to be
That
nice.
is for my servants to know.
The other creature present here, like referring to Cobb now, is your servant, and I only, wish the best for them and you.
Percy, Minala, your attention is ripped away from this discussion with Atau as you feel this pain, and you look down and Percy, I got a 26, and this big slash comes down and cuts you across your chest.
What is the pH?
pH is bad, brainwaves are weird, heart rate is palpitating in weird ways.
Can I pull us out?
You're trying, and it's not really working.
I don't know if I can.
tetralithidine stat.
Yes. Like that. You guys, give me a computers check, Pip,
Okay.
to kind of stabilize the connection.
17, not too great.
17. Oh, it's fuzzy. Dr. Kazan, administers some drugs to Percy, and things calm down a little bit. And that is where we are going to end tonight, with Percy locked in mortal combat.
In a dream.
In a dream.
That we cannot escape.
In
Therefore,
Claude's bedroom.
The most dangerous arena of all.
Yes. Thank you, players, for surviving tonight. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in. I hope to see you all next week, especially the players and also Brandon. Hey!
Nice.
Immediate club.
Wow.
Just in time.
Club, do you have an after credit scene you want to do, or do you want to do a little thing?
No, I just wanted to poke on and be like, shh. That's
all right. Club, you are sitting by your fires. Your implants are gone, replaced with sort of plant life. This is normal.
What?
This has been happening.
Oh, okay, cool. We're good then. No problem.
You've been in this trance for longer than you've ever been in a trance with the totem before. Atau has answered all of your questions. He knows so much.
It's the embers from that fire.
In fact, he has offered you to be his mortal servant. And he shall grant you power.
Shit. Can I? I want that, but can I think on it?
And he says, you have already chosen.
I have. I
You have
have.
been chosen.
Stop it. Do nothing.
Fires
It's
up.
not super promising.
And he says, your friends are here. I shall test them as I have tested you.
Do they get superpowers too?
Do you think they are strong enough?
I mean, Mayonella for sure is strong enough, and Bree's like, I mean, damn.
Thanks, man.
Percy doesn't stand a chance.
And the voice just says, what about the small one? Not the smallest.
The small. You mean Percy?
Me, the smallest to
The
be chicken.
human.
I thought you said not. Oh, sorry, chickens. Wait, no,
No,
sorry.
talking
who are
about
you
me.
you?
He's talking about me.
Okay. I mean,
The meek one who sees shadows everywhere.
you said strongest. Did you not mean literally strongest? Or strong enough? I mean, sorry.
Strength has many shapes.
I mean, he's like strong-willed. He's got a big head on him. You know what I mean? A lot of thinking going on in that dome.
And we shall see how he does.
Oh, I think it's.
And in the fire, you can now see Percy fighting.
Oh, Percy's in the fire now.
No, in the fire, the sort of like vision appears, and you see sort of a vision of Percy fighting this big sort of dinosaur dragon warrior, and not doing so hot.
No, I've been hit pretty hard.
And dinosaur dragon warrior does not mean in this case Viashino.
It's pretty Viashino.
Okay.
And that is where we will end it tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, including Klob, for coming on and hacking a lung up.
Sorry.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, Jake.
Yeah, exciting news for everybody. This Wednesday, not only is it an episode of Princes,
Which is great.
not only will it be an episode of Princes in the Nine Deserts,
Which is even better.
it will be the 100th episode of Princes.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that one's
does
the
that mean we-
betterest.
Does that mean we finally ritually sacrifice Bobby?
Not Quaros, Bobby.
I believe what you meant to say was
Sacrifice it.
our goat, and we'll leave it there. Let the viewers interpret, okay? Give them 1 + 1.
So tune in this Wednesday night, 7:15 p.m. Pacific time, on this Bat channel, Facebook.com/Jetsam Academy, and we'll see you for episode 100 of Princes of Azamar.
Goodbye.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.